But first, we have live reports on today's top stories from NBC4's Marcus Thorpe and Katie Love.
First, we begin with our top story. Investigators continue to uncover chilling details in Pike County only 4 days after the execution-style murders of 8 family members. The question now, who shot and killed the Roden family?
Over the weekend, we learned the names of the victims and heard frantic calls for help to 911. We also found out that there was more to this gruesome crime. Police uncovered a series of marijuana growing operations on the properties where the family members were found.
We begin this morning with team coverage of this developing story in Piketon. Marcus Thorpe is following the big questions police are still struggling to answer today. Marcus?
And we should learn more information when it comes to the autopsies, but there's not going to be a whole lot of mystery as to how these 8 people died, as that has certainly been front and center. You can see behind me here, this road continues to be closed with a sheriff's deputy who is guarding this area to make sure that nobody gets back to where all of this happened. Now, again, we are learning a little bit more information, and it is pretty clear at this point, execution-style killings, according to those investigators. Now, the Attorney General, Mike DeWine, saying on Sunday that the slayings of those 8 family members was a pre-planned execution. He expects the investigation will be lengthy. Investigators have interviewed more than 50 people in hopes of finding leads in those deaths. A team of 38 law enforcement officials combing wooded areas throughout the weekend around the shooting scenes, ensuring that no evidence was missed. Attorney General DeWine saying the state's crime lab was looking at 18 pieces of evidence from DNA and ballistic standpoints, and 5 search warrants have already been executed.
This was a pre-planned execution of 8 individuals. It was a sophisticated operation. And those who carried it out were trying to do everything that they could do to hinder the investigation and their prosecution.
Again, the Attorney General saying that they did uncover some marijuana growing operations here just behind me, about a mile down from where we are here. Unclear if that played any role in these deaths. Now, keep in mind there's still a $25,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest and a conviction in this case. These investigators are expected to remain here throughout the day, just guarding this area. In the next half hour, a message from the church family, from the pastor who knew this family extremely well. You'll hear from them coming up in the next half hour. Reporting live here from Pike County, Marcus Thorpe, NBC4.
Marcus, thank you. And our coverage continues this morning with Katie Love joining us live from the newsroom to show us how Pike County is beginning the healing process. Good morning, Katie.
Andreas, you're holding down the button. I can't hear anchors. It's important we know exactly who we're talking about here. Take a look at the family members who were killed in this situation. We've got Dana Roden and her ex-husband over here, Christopher Roden Sr., Clarence Jr., 20, and Chris Jr., who was 16 years old, and Hannah, who was 22 years old. His fiancee, Hannah Gilly, also killed. So were Kenneth and Gary Roden. Now, this community has come together to show their support to the family that is almost 40 members living in the same area. You can see orange and camo ribbons in downtown Piketon honoring the 8 family members who were killed. Many of them mourned during the Dogwood Festival yesterday that had a much different atmosphere. There's also several memorials around the area, some saying justice for the Rodens. And an Ohio businessman, Jeff Ruby, has also offered up a $25,000 reward for anyone who can help police cast the person or persons who committed these brutal crimes.
It's affected pretty much the whole community, you know. I mean, with that still going on and nobody being caught, you know, that is affecting a lot of people because you don't know what's going to happen next.
I woke up sad and just, I don't like the thought of my best friend being gone.
One family wrote on their Facebook page their main focus right now is catching the person who did this. She said none of her family members, no matter the circumstances, deserve this. Reporting live in the newsroom, Katie Love, NBC4.
A story gripping the entire nation this morning. Katie, thank you. And stay with